It is very nice to greet you again. In today's video we will talk about the following. 3 ways to restore communication with your ex. Basically, I'm going to explain to you what you should and should not talk about with your ex if you want them to come back to you in no time. However, I want to first warn you that you should only have real conversations with your ex if you've already gone through a no contact period. And really, ideally you only want to talk to your ex when you've planned it in advance. So, if you find yourself chatting with your ex, whether planned or not, here are some topics you can safely talk about. 1. Ask your ex specific, open-ended questions. This is the best way to ensure that you have a positive, upbeat, and interesting conversation for your ex. By asking them specific questions about aspects of their life or topics of interest, you allow them to share news or updates since the breakup and avoid any potentially negative or emotional topics. Some examples of these specific questions might include things like the following. Are you still applying for new jobs or have you found something yet? How is your thesis work going? Were you able to get an interview with that engineer? I was talking to a friend about Spain last night. Are you still thinking about traveling there? What do you think of the new car? Does it still smell like new car? Again, these are just some really generic examples. You can pick any topic you know your ex is interesting to and then ask a question that will lead to further conversation. 2. Share gossip and updates about friends or private topics. This one is easy. Sharing news or gossip about people you both know is a great option, especially if you have some news or updates about someone or something that will be of interest to your ex. It's also a good way to create a feeling, reminding your ex of the strong connection you used to share and bringing back some positive memories. If you don't have any updates, you can also ask your ex to update you on something you talked about regularly when you were together. The key is to focus on talking about the same things you did when you were together, making sure that whatever you talk about or ask about is interesting to your ex and doesn't lead to any negative or emotional topics. 3. Tell your ex about the great things that have happened in your life since the breakup. This is by far the best conversation topic whenever you chat or talk to your ex. Now, you can't go overboard and give the impression that you're bragging or trying to make your ex jealous, so be careful to stay humble and not linger too long so that your ex gets bored. You can't spend the whole time talking about yourself either, but talking about the interesting and exciting things that have happened in your life since the breakup is an ideal way to spend a few minutes of conversation. To rebuild your ex's attraction for you, both physical and emotional attraction, to the point where he or she makes that decision on their own. And to do that, you need to reshape the mental image your ex has of you in the back of their mind. One way to do that is to share stories or news about your amazing new life, to subconsciously change your ex's perception of you. The first thing you should never talk about with your ex is your relationship. Don't fall into drama, serious discussions about your past or future together, your breakup, past issues or arguments. Any and all conversations should focus on interesting and fun things that will make your ex smile, laugh or get curious. That means you shouldn't talk about getting back together, who you're currently dating, how you feel about the breakup, etc. You don't want to bring any of that up, because 99% of the time those conversations cause more harm than good. And secondly, you should also avoid any topics that could lead to disagreements or conflicts. That means don't bring up politics if you've argued about them in the past. Don't criticize your exes or their exes' actions or behaviors, friends, and family. And definitely don't rehash old issues or disputes from your past relationship. Any conflict or negative vibe is bad news, especially during the first few times you talk to your ex, so steer clear of any topics or comments that could lead you down that path. Now you know what you should avoid talking about, and you have 3 ideas to create positive and interesting conversations. As I said before, you should employ my other strategies, like the no contact rule, before you get to the point where you have real conversations with your ex. You are an essential part of what we do on this channel. For this reason, we keep an eye on what you need, and if it is your desire to recover your ex correctly and effectively, you must click on the link below.